Down in the circle, what was the first number that we filled in? 0, right here is 0. Okay, and then what did we do every time to get the other angles? What did we add first? 30, okay? And then you skip the middle one, add 30 and you get? Alright, what's the next one? What's the next one? Skip the middle one. What's the next one? 150, yeah. What's the next one? 180. Kyron, you filling this in with us?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like...
Well, grab your pencil.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Alright, what's the next one? 210. Skip the middle one. What's the next one? Yep. Next one? Yep. Keep going. Skip the middle one. 330 and 360. Very good. Y'all okay? Then what do we do in the next ones? 45. Very good. 45. And then 45 plus 45 is 90. 90 plus 45 is 135. 135 plus 45 is 180. 180 plus 45? 225. Yep. 225 plus 45? Perfect. 270 plus 45? 315. Very good. Alright, what about the radians? Do you want to go over the radians for your test today? How to do it? Okay. So we're going to start with 30. Well, obviously this one's 0, right? So we're going to start with 30. How do we change a degree to a radian? Very good. Make the 180 on the bottom, okay? To get rid of that degree. Cancel them out. So the zeros cancel. So you have 3 and 18. What number goes into 3 and 18? 3. That'll give you 1 and 6. So that is pi over 6, okay? By the time you take this test, you should remember that. But we're going to go over it today because that's part of your test today. Alright, so how many pi over 6s is this? 1. So skip the middle one. This is 2 over 6. What does 2 over 6 reduce to? Very good. Alright, so this one was 1. This one's 2. This one's 3 over 6. What does 3 over 6 reduce to? 1/2. Very good. Alright, so if you lose count, you can go again. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, so this would be 4 over 6, which would be 2 over 3. Very good. Bless you. Skip the middle one. So what's after 4 over 6? 5 over 6. Very good. And after 5 comes 6 over 6, which is just 1 pi. After 6 comes 7 over 6. Skip the middle one. What comes after 7?
8.
8. And 8 over 6 reduces to? 4 over 3. Very good. 4 pi over 3. Alright, after 8 comes 9 over 6. 9 over 6 reduces to? 3 over 2. Perfect. Alright, after 9 comes 10 over 6. That reduces to? Perfect. Skip the middle one. After 10 is 11 over 6. After 11 is 12 over 6. What is 12 over 6? 2 pi. Very good. Alright, let's go back into the middle ones. 45, okay? Just to review for your test today, how do I change 45 degrees to a radian? Pi over 180. Very good. Alright, we're just reviewing the unit circle before we take our test today. Okay, so let's see. What number goes into both of those is 45. So that's 1 and that's 4. So that's pi over 4. Alright, so same exact thing, but every time every single time you have to hit those reference angles. So this is 1 over 4. The next one is 2 over 4, which is still pi over 2. So this would be 3 over 4. Hit your reference angle. Your reference angle is 4 over 4, which is still just pi. Then the next one is 5 over 4. Hit your reference angle. 6 over 4 still reduces to 3/2. 7 over 4 is the next one. And then hit your reference angle. 8 over 4 still divides to be 2. Are y'all okay? All right, do you remember the trick for these from yesterday? Where do I start? At the top. Very good. So this is 1, 2, 3. And then you just go backwards. 1, 2, 3. Like you have a pass back?
And they're all over 2.
No, I didn't. Dude, my tire blew a flat today.
I'm sorry.
They're all over 2.
All right, so the reason that 1 doesn't have a square root on it is because what's the square root of 1? It's still 1, okay? And then all these, every single one is over 2. All right, here we go. Match them up. 1/2 and 3 over 2 matches up with this one. So it's the same numbers. But in the second quadrant, which one's negative in the second quadrant? The first one is negative. Very good. Because in the second quadrant, your signs are negative, positive. In the first quadrant, your signs are positive, positive. All right, match the next ones up. The middle one matches up with square root of 2 over 2, but the first one's negative. And then the next one, square root of 3 over 2. The first one's negative. All right, then to get the bottom ones, do you see all the lines that cut it, all the circles? All those little lines, little piece of lines? So take this line right here, follow it back up, and it goes with this one right here. So it's square root of 3 over 2 and 1/2. But in the third quadrant, what kind of signs do you have?
Both negative.
Both negative in the third quadrant, Hunter. Very good. All right, in the middle one. If you need to, follow that line up. That matches up with this one. And they're both negative. And then the last one, follow that line up. It's the 1/2 and the square root of 3 over 2. And they're both negative. You okay, Tyler? Good. Okay. All right, what about the fourth quadrant? What are the signs in the fourth quadrant?
The second one, negative.
Very good. Positive and negative. All right, same thing. Follow it up. Follow that line up. That one matches up with the 1/2 and square root of 3 over 2, but in the fourth quadrant, the second one's negative. And then the middle one is square root of 2 over 2. Second one's negative.
What about the zeros?
We're not there yet. Hold on. And then the last one is square root of 3 over 2 and 1/2. The second one's negative. All right, then you got to fill in your, yes, ma'am. Which one? The radians? We'll go back over that again tomorrow. I'll give you a clean one tomorrow. We're going to go over it every day until we take our test next week. Okay? Only because we only have 30 minutes left to take our test. So, all right. So here we go. Last thing, reference angle. If I'm going right 1, where does that 1 go? As the x or as the y? The x. There you go, which means the y is 0. All right, and then if I'm going up 1 would be the x or the y? The y. Very good. If I'm going left 1 would be negative, and it would be in the x. Very good. And if I'm going down 1 would be negative 1, and if I'm going down, that's the y. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's your unit circle, and that's the test grade right there. Are y'all okay? We're going to go over this every day until y'all feel comfortable next week. Seniors, we will take this test next week before you leave. That'll give you one extra test in the computer, okay? All right, clear everything off of your desk. What, Tyler? No, you're just going to keep those because we're going to go over them every day. I mean, you can throw it away if you want to, but you're going to get a new one tomorrow.
Get rid of this?
I mean, if you want to, because you're going to get a new one tomorrow. Because we're going to fill it in again tomorrow.
So you're not going for a test?
Yes, you're going to get a blank one for your test. You get one every day.